Vinny and Abby.
Yeah, Dan.
Kratos.
What's up, Kratos?
Yeah, that's Kratos on a boat. Ready for some spoilers?
Yep.
I got a kid.
More like
Congrats.
God of War.
What?
Boo.
Oh,
More
how
like
long
Dad
were
of
you-
War.
Oh, I don't like
Yeah,
either of these.
mine's better.
No.
That's 'cause
What?
mine's
Dad
better.
of Or.
Dad of War.
Okay, I'm gonna just keep going like I didn't hear that.
Son of Boat.
So we should say this is a very narrative-driven game.
Yes.
There may be unexpected spoilers, but this is a fairly early on.
This
save.
is pretty early on, which is going to be weird going back to after like literally 50, 60 hours where I'm at now. I was playing it this morning, so I'm going to have to get used to this.
There's also, if you're just looking, I think, for God of War, it's worth noting, Giant Bomb God of War coverage that Dan, you and I recorded a thing when you first got this game that hopefully is available up on the site. If it's not, I apologize and just strike this from the record if we lost the recording.
You can blame me if it's not.
But that is literally the first hour or so of the game.
First time I had touched that game. I never
and
went
if you're
to any
just
of the
looking for that,
pre-release
but this
stuff.
is a little bit later.
Yeah. So I'm going to say something.
Lots to explain. Go
story-wise.
for it.
So this is from the very beginning of the game. It's the whole concept of the game, so I don't consider this a huge spoiler. Do you see that mountain there?
The big mountain, yeah.
That is where the story is leading me. You can see the compass wants me to go up there because we are scattering the ashes of my son Atreus' mother. That is the whole thing. She is dead at the beginning of the game. You were basically like that. That's the whole quest.
It was her last wish.
It's her last wish is to have her ashes scattered at the top of the mountain.
And now you're in a big lake in a boat.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing here at the start here is this is the Lake of Nine, which, I think in the review I equated this to Hyrule Field in like an Ocarina of Time because this is like a big hub and it's got a lot of smaller things and some bigger areas on the outside of it. But you can really just kind of explore and find stuff. Like there are these bodies that if you just crush the bodies, you'll get, are they Age Years Gold?
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, I got Age Years Gold there. There are barrels you can break. You can spend a lot of time just rowing around. So, I kind of want to show some of that open stuff here.
Sure.
Because that is not a thing God of War has done before, really. Oh, is that a dock?
I think you might have done this one already.
Have I?
I think that's what that spewing
Oh,
fog
yeah.
means.
Okay. All right. Well, I already did that one.
Well, you can show it.
Well, if all the enemies are dead and everything, I'll go to another thing. So we'll go to one of these towers here. We'll see what's up there. Oh, here's a barrel. That'll probably be some gold. It's fun to do even after I'm playing this game for like 60 hours.
Hack silver for days.
Oh.
Boy, you get some hack silver.
So you buy stuff with this currency?
So you've got, you see in the top right, that's hack silver. That is for crafting things. So crafting things will require specific materials as well as hack silver.
Wow, you're rich.
And then, you get way more than that. And XP is for kind of the skill tree stuff here. So this is like my axe stuff.
So the gold stuff.
The gold thing up there is my XP. So this is for leveling up my shield and like my Rage of the Gods thing.
You should go through this a little more slowly. So you have the...
Okay, yeah. So, this is the Leviathan Ax. This is the main weapon of the game. So you can throw it, and then as you level it up, you see how it's locked. Once I get it to level 3, level 4, then I can do those moves. But yeah, this just adds little things like, okay, this one lets me charge it up, and it'll do frost damage when I throw it.
Yeah, so this whole tree is like, what happens when you throw the axe?
So your character is also leveling?
Your character is leveling as well. You see in the top right, there is that 2,
You're almost
and as that thing fills up, as I put new armor and stuff on here.
Does your son level?
He does not level, but you can get like tunics and stuff for him, but there's not nearly as much to unlock and level up for him. Just I have a couple things here. I got like maybe a grand total of 5 or 6 things for him throughout the whole game. But yeah, it's got a color system. Anyone who's played Diablo or Destiny or anything, it's the same, green, blue, purple, yellow.
Every level, do you get another row of abs?
Yes. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all represented
47
there.
now.
Wow.
It's really
Cool.
The skill tree gets tattooed on it at some point. So
Can you
yeah.
go back to the skills?
We can do that.
Yeah, so there's because it's weird. So then there's the close combat, which is what happens when I don't throw the axe.
Right. This is just I'm holding this in my hand and I am fucking dudes up.
Wow.
That's the Executioner's Cleave that can chop guys up real good. This is if you're sprinting, you can do an attack. It all feels extremely different than the square and triangle stuff of the past. Because this is all R1, R2. It's all like trigger
heavy,
stuff. Yeah.
Light on R1, light on R2. And these trees are kind of representative of that. Like, hey, here's all the things that'll happen when you push R2. Here's all the things that'll happen when you push R1. And then what happens if you throw the axe and you don't have it anymore?
Yeah, and you will have plenty of time. There's a lot of combat in this game. As different as it is, it's still extremely combat heavy. I can attest, considering I've spent most of the last 10 hours fighting one enemy, and it's...
we must focus.
Yeah, can you jump back into the skill tree?
Sir.
Yeah.
I think this is a part I didn't know would happen. So go to the shield stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So then there's the whole shield combat, which is pretty intense because this is basically your barehanded stuff now.
Right.
because you will do a decent chunk of these enemies without the axe for various reasons, like puzzles, and they're immune. So this tree, at first I was like, well, I'm never gonna not have the axe, is pretty useful.
To be honest, I did not do a lot of barehanded stuff. I didn't do a lot of stunning stuff. Like there are some enemies where you kind of have to, but for the most part, I usually always had the axe in my hand. Which actually, I've got some XP. Why don't we spend some here?
So is this a loot game? I feel like I heard that it was a loot-based game. So are you getting like different axes, or do you just
the Leviathan Ax is
so it's
the
mostly
axe.
just your armor?
You will get upgrades for the axe.
Okay, sure.
They're very narrow,
little,
tied to the story.
Charms to hang on it.
So you're getting these sockets here. So most armor has these sockets where you can put enchantments in, which a lot of them will have perks here. So you see here, if I parry, I'll have a high chance of getting a blessing of my runic abilities, which is kind of like my special abilities that operate on a cooldown. This one's if I sprint for 3 seconds, I get a thing that makes it so my attacks don't get interrupted. So there is a lot of swapping in and out, especially once you get into like really late game stuff or post game stuff that I've been moving a lot of runes around trying to beat certain things.
Like to the point where do you wish you had like outfits or sets?
I wish I could save like loadouts.
Loadouts?
Yeah, that would be nice. Because it's like sometimes it's like I really want my strength and defense to be high, and other times I want my runic and my cooldown to be really good. So. But again, that's not until like crazy late game stuff. If you're just playing through the story, you don't have to do a lot of this.
I haven't been doing too much of that yet.
Yeah, I didn't do a ton until like post game, and then I really went hard on everything.
Then Abby, there's also you can put different pommels on the axe, the bottom of the axe.
Oh, sure, yeah,
and
like handle.
Yeah, and those will get you different stats too. And I think you can also put a gem
right
in the pommel.
Cool.
On some
when you
can.
like bash their heads in with it.
It's more just like,
Just
hey, do I get a buff to luck?
Sparkly.
I know.
Sparkling.
It's like frosty.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot. Actually, I lost track a lot of how many different upgrade things you can have because you're just constantly opening chests being like, blue weenus of like integrity. And you're like, I don't know where to slot this in. Is this a talisman or a socket or a gem or a pommel? You get so many. Or like a runic ability. Like
Fuck that axe.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. Vinny's talked about that. It's extremely satisfying.
I love how it comes around in like an arc.
Yeah.
I like him with his hand out ready for it.
Yeah, like throw it into the water and just walk backwards.
Okay.
Just like, no, turn around. Just fuck that axe, now walk away.
Yeah.
It's pretty
so
cool.
Good.
So this is an early game save, so I'm not sure how strong I am. I think this thing inside here is going to kill the shit out of me, but we'll find out. That's part of the joy of this game. These are realm tears. So these are these things that'll pop up on the map when you find them. Like you see on the left, or maybe this will be the first realm tear I've encountered in this save. But I'm going to reach in, and evil is going to come out and probably kill me. Is it purple? Oh, yeah, this thing's going to kill the shit out of me. All right, let's do some runic abilities.
Can it kill your son?
They can, like, scare him or incapacitate him, but he doesn't die.
Okay.
Okay.
Ew, what's all that, like, barf?
Okay. Lasted longer than I usually do against purple guys.
You're more experienced now.
That is true. Come on. So you can tap to evade. Get in here with your lights and heavies. Red means it's going to be an unblockable, so you just want to get the hell out of the way when there's that flash. Yep, that was one hit kill.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So if you see like a yellow flash, that means you can parry it with L1. If you double tap L1, you can do like a guard break if there's something with a shield. That is an upgrade. Oh, there
like
is.
Like real money upgrade?
No,
okay.
no. There are.
It's a move that you use
Gotcha.
XP to get.
There are 0 microtransactions in this.
Yet.
Yeah. We'll see.
Make Kratos look like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Actually, do you remember in God of War 2 when you beat it, you can play as the Cod of War, and he just wore a big fish costume?
Oh my God, that's so fun.
It was great.
Oh,
I just would want to make my son like a paladin from
or Palico.
Palico, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
little cat,
it's a little Mega Man running around. All right. I like this because there will frequently be these stories that happen while you're sailing around, and then like a lot of times you'll dock right afterwards, and it's like, never mind, I'll tell you the rest later.
Or he'll be like, boat time and story time. Focus.
Yeah. Let's see if I've been here.
Together, they killed the
I don't know if
stag.
I've
He's
been
also
here.
terrible at
Horse
Yeah,
tasted
he's real bad.
But the hunter would not release the horse.
That looks open, right? That chest over there?
Yeah.
So getting revenge costume is
It's
free.
weird going. So that green flame, that means that you've docked there before? I don't think I ever put that together.
No. It just means you've done that quest for that spirit.
Oh, those were the spirits. Okay, so those are these side quest things, these spirits that want you to like help free their souls and everything. There are a lot of side quests. I spent a ton of time doing exactly what you're seeing right now.
Can you look up at the old world serpent here? Where is he?
Oh yeah, he's resting.
He's large.
Oh, that's a body.
Yeah, there's his head.
Whoa.
He's sleeping.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
This game has
Poke
a
him.
ton. Okay, we're just gonna run this. No, those
Wake
are,
up.
Those are hard
Wake
scales.
up.
Well, there's a thing you get. There's a collectible called like Scales of the World Serpent. So like for a while, I just started to hack. Be like, I'll just shave them off of here.
So
straight from the teat.
Yeah, you can see your resources here. So this starts getting really long. Let's see. World Serpent scales. This is stuff you're getting kind of early on.
Dude, shedding a lot.
Big.
This fucking list gets real big. There are these things here. These are apples. Like you remember in the old God of War.
Eden apple.
What? Oh,
Okay.
Eden iron.
What is that letter? That second one.
Iron.
You got it. You nailed it.
I'm Kratos.
I didn't know you were Kratos.
An iron apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That's
And I hate
catchphrase.
going to the doctor.
He does hate he kills all the doctors. Instead of like the Gorgon eyes and Minotaur horns and the very Greek-sounding things from before, it is like the apple and...
Kratos is much more of a, I'll just stomp on rocks to get my health back. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's way less jamming on circle or R2 to open chests like before, and now it's just like you're just stepping on shit.
You step on stuff or punch your hand through stuff.
Yeah, there are tiny chests, and you just punch straight through the top of it. There are big chests that you have to kind of like, but it's not constant jamming. Like
is this another put your hand through the rift? It might be.
So this is a rift. Right now, there's a fast travel system that will take me back to Brock's shop, which this is kind of a central hub here. Brock's shop is right here.
It's a good name, and he's a good person.
He's great.
Okay.
I can travel straight to him, but I can't go between all the gates. Perhaps there's an upgrade later.
I believe there's a rift behind you that you haven't done that hopefully is...
a realm tear?
It should be a little easier for you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we on Earth or like a fantasy Earth, or are we in like a heaven-hell world? Like, is this like a spirit realm, or is this Earth-ish?
It's as if mythology had come to life, Abby. So like it is the Earth of myth.
Okay, wait. This guy could maybe be beat. Okay.
Ooh. This is fighting.
So
this
you
looks
hit-
fun.
Yeah.
You hit square, so that's the Spartan Rage. It's basically the meter underneath his health bar at the bottom there. It's draining very quickly.
Oh, this is like Destiny or
It's like Overdrive.
Titan Fury or whatever.
Yeah. Dan is pushing square, jamming on square to have jamming on square to have the kid shoot arrows at whatever he's kind of facing or pointing at.
Oh, interesting.
So he
cool.
generally just, and you see in the lower right, that's the kid's arrow count. It's at 3 now.
Oh, cool.
And you see that bar underneath his health bar. That is a stun bar. So let's say I just throw my axe over here.
The enemies.
Yeah, the enemy. So I'm building up a stun bar, and then once I get the stun bar filled, I can do like a R3 move to fuck him up real good.
So punch
Did I do that?
Is he like a lava man?
He's a Draugr.
There's like 72 different types of Draugrs, like lava, big axe, little axe, power weapon.
So I just closed that realm tear.
So the stun thing is interesting because you build up stun faster by being barehanded versus using your axe. So it's another reason why, hey, do you want to focus on stun versus just using your axe to try and get that melee kill or the animation.
There is a decent amount of variety because like if you don't want to do all barehanded stuff, you can just be tough axeman the whole time.
Or like if you want to be shield and parry, there's a lot of shield moves.
Yes.
There's some very, very cool shield moves as well.
And then later you really have to be able to at least be competent in kind of all the different ways because you will be surrounded by enemies that some of them are much tougher than others or require different tactics.
Can we go to Brock's shop?
Yeah, let me real quick see what's here, and then we will head over to Brock's shop.
Are we going to see a story mission too?
Yeah, that's I am going to head there.
Okay. I'm curious how that differs from these like side stuff.
Let's see. Okay. And
why are you shiny? What is that?
I'm shiny?
You were like gold.
Oh, I probably got the unstoppable aura. Let me see if I sprint for 3 seconds. Yep. So now for 7 seconds, my attacks won't be interrupted.
It's one of those like talismans he has on.
Yeah.
You should show off also the runic abilities.
Yeah. So right now I've got on my weapons. Right now I've got Leviathan's Wake. I've got a few here, and you can upgrade these. So like I can. Let me make sure I like this one first before I upgrade it.
I will say to the design team, thank you very much for putting little videos of what everything is. It's super helpful to see instead of if it just said a quick radial shockwave that shows. I'd be like, I have no idea what this is. Then you see it and you're like, I don't want this.
Yeah. Like I just leveled that up. So that's another thing you use your XP for is these skills. So I just switched to that. So you will find new attacks that you can slot into these runic things.
Basically magic.
Yeah. All right, got those.
And then you can fire them off. Dude, just shoot one off.
Yeah, so here's that circular one. And then there's that one. And some of them are big area attacks, some are aimed, some are melee.
And then you get the one that's on circle, which is more like a personal buff. Like the
L1 plus circle. So right now, that's your talisman. So I've got my talisman.
It's like a decent amount going on.
The horn. Okay, so that's the attack that inflicts stun damage. Passive effect that reduces the cooldown when I parry. So that's that. Oh yeah, so I've got like a barehanded thing that I really like where, oh god, I haven't done it in forever.
Do you have it yet?
I think so. Wait, what was that? You know the one where you punch your shield?
Yeah, it's a stance change, I thought.
No, oh man.
Wait, isn't it a punch and then hang out a second?
No, that's the stance change. That's later on.
I thought it was a stance change thing.
Wait, is it? Oh, let's
you can look in this.
That's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah. So that'd be in barehanded combat. It's where you punch the back. Wait, is this it? No, that's the counter. Let's see.
Have you not unlocked it yet?
Oh, I think it's down. I think you're just on it, Dan.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Shield slam.
Yeah, and then that's the one underneath it.
Okay.
So you don't have it yet.
Oh, I don't have it yet. Yeah.
So look at the one underneath it. This is the one you want.
That's right. So you do your shield and then you punch the back of your
neato.
shield and it sends its concussion blast forward.
Oh, cool.
It's awesome. Sorry, it's really weird to go back and not know what abilities I have. But we will go towards the story.
So there is like also stance change stuff, which sounds more complicated than it is. You just like pause for a second after you hit somebody, and they call it a stance change. He just does a different set of moves.
Yeah.
So we've been in the water a lot here. How much is like exploring on land, and how much is just like we're gonna boat around and then do this like sort of tiny little islandy areas?
I mean, there are definitely parts in the story where it's kind of more like in between missions, and it definitely behooves you to do this, to run around and get a lot of upgrades and stuff. And it's also fun. Like these aren't like bullshit side stories or anything. Like these are really fun things that I think if you really want to play everything in this game.
I guess I'm asking more like for some of the side missions, is there like we're gonna walk around this forest, or we're gonna walk around on land more versus just we're gonna boat around until we get to these kind of docks?
You definitely spend more time on land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The boat, I think Dan is right. It is like the Hyrulean field. It's like just substitute boat for like Epona.
Okay.
What's that me doing?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're getting it.
Oh no. Like you use the boat to get to land.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, there's some guys. So we are heading towards the story objective. You can see the compass at the top. Right.
Whoa.
It's still got a board.
Oh, my arrows don't have any juice on them. I'm trying really hard not to spoil things. There's a lot of upgrades and
Whoa, look at your son.
Yeah, oh, he's cool as hell. Oh, these are the guys that blow up. Right. So those green things on the ground, those are the... oh, fuck this guy.
Cool. Yeah. Good work, little boy.
With the kid just being like, shit, what the fuck? Yeah, you just stomp on the green things to get health. You can stomp on little red things to get Fury of the Gods. And then there are white ones that'll be like XP or Hack Silver. And he can read stuff. So as you find these ciphers and things, Kratos is a dumbass and doesn't know how to read or anything. But your son grew up like learning how to read and studying language. And so
so Kratos is Greek. He's from Greek mythology. He is now in this like Norse mythology.
Oh, so it's like a different language?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Also, he's just stupid. He's a dumb jock.
But like also kind of to the point, like he also really doesn't know that much about Norse mythology. So he always has to ask the kid like, who's this Odin guy?
Oh,
and, like,
interesting.
And he's just
so
like,
wait, what mythology is he from?
He's from Greek mythology.
Oh, sure.
So
his dad is Zeus.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess I knew that. I God of War. All that stuff.
Did you say his dad is Zeus?
Yeah.
Zeus is like the father of like a million
gods.
But
like, Kratos became a god. He was like a normal person.
Well, he killed Ares and became the god of war.
Yeah, it doesn't make somebody your dad, okay?
I know
it's
in
more
some
like his stepdad.
I think in some mythology he's related to.
I mean, I'm saying Kratos.
Kratos
was a dude who made a pact with Ares to become more powerful, and then by killing Ares became a god.
But I mean,
birthed
so he was just like a man.
Zeus is constantly referred to as Kratos' father in the series.
Really?
Yes. And trust me on this one.
Okay. I don't remember that.
Zeus is extremely Kratos' father.
Totally. I'm going to look that up while you go.
Real quick. So this stuff here, this is poison. If I throw my axe into it, it freezes it. So I got a frost axe, and then I can walk through this, and I can call it back like that.
Oh, you're still in it, though.
Wait, is this? Oh, Jesus. Thought I was outside of that. Cool.
Didn't seem super strong, at least.
I'm tough.
Oh, weird. In one of the bonus cutscenes from God of War, Kratos reunites with his mother, discovering that Zeus is his father,
Yes.
who he would later take vengeance upon, blah, blah, blah. Although
Yes.
this scene is not canon, the idea of Kratos being the son of Zeus was adapted for the sequels to come. I did not.
Yeah, he murders his father at the end of God of War 3.
There's a lot of
Wow,
patricide.
spoiler alert.
Yeah. You punch his face until the whole screen's covered in blood, and it's real cool. All right.
That's kind of lame. I think that's... I don't like that.
Why?
That he was like a demigod the whole time.
Is demigod like half human,
better,
half god?
Yeah, I liked it better that he was like just a dude who like made a deal with the devil.
Well, he did. He made a bad deal.
But
with
he was
Ares
always
there.
going to be big because he was always a demigod.
I think when he killed Ares and became the God of War, that's when he's stomping around. He's like a big giant dude.
Anyway, Vinny, take it
Yeah.
up with your fan fiction.
I will. Listen, I'm writing it right now.
Can I not? Okay, I can't get that yet. All right. So we'll do this. So these things here,
like a ladder?
these are like lore markers. If I put a crystal in there, my son could read about some lore there, which he keeps a journal. That
Wow, your
is,
son is so smart.
he's got so much stuff.
Pretty
so
good.
This is all written like in his, from his perspective
He
as
has
well.
amazing handwriting.
Yeah,
And it's got the bestiary too, which I found like not super help. I like the background, but the tips he gives are just like, Dad should watch out.
If Dad sidesteps
That
here,
should get good.
Dad should get good.
yeah.
Dad should kill that guy.
Oh my goodness, little monkey boy.
Yeah.
He can climb this ladder. I don't know why he has to be on your
This
back.
seems more fun and easier.
She was the one who showed me.
There's a decent
man.
amount of climbing around. It's not like Uncharted levels, but there's definitely plenty of running and jumping and stuff. There's not a jump button. It just does the thing where it's like, okay, this is a place where I'm supposed to be able to jump. I can hit circle here. All right. Let's go here. The little clink
Clink,
clank
clank,
stuff.
clank, clank, clank.
Yeah.
Ow! So, again, if you're watching
Sure,
this,
it's foggy here.
it's almost impossible to show any of this without some story spoilers.
Yeah, yeah.
But this guy's great over here.
Whatever.
So there are dwarves.
Should we?
No.
You meet one earlier, and this is his brother.
Yeah, there's a weird little blue guy. That's Brock, and this is
Sindri.
Sindri, yeah.
That is my concern alone.
They're both great.
And while I won't dispute that, I know that blade. It was one of ours, but
Abby, can you put it up a little bit?
we didn't make it for you.
These voice actors are very good.
All the
Step
voice acting's
aside.
great.
I
Just the production on this
can't.
whole game is just absolute top of the
See
line.
the woman we made it for. I was, well, I am quite fond of her, and I would be somewhat displeased if it turns out that you did something to her.
It was my mother's. She left its father before she died.
Yeah, you start with the axe.
Do you not have
Face
the axe in
dead?
the other games?
No, he had the Blades of Chaos,
Oh.
which
I'm very, very
were
sorry to
strapped to
hear
his
that.
wrist as part of his deal with Ares.
Gotcha.
Like
I don't like this
burned.
guy's
She was a fierce
weird little
warrior.
beard tendrils.
And a good woman.
Then you'll like the other dwarf.
Okay.
He's a little blue man.
Cool.
Okay.
swears
Like a
a lot.
Smurf.
I will make
This
improvements.
game
to the
has a
axe.
weird amount of like genuinely good
But
characters because I don't think God of War has
nobody
necessarily
asked.
been known for that. Like I always liked
Well,
Kratos as a character,
it's true,
but
but-
everyone else is just like, here's some
knowing
Greek
your
guy
mother,
that I'm gonna murder by slamming his
she
head in a
would've
door
insisted I
or something.
repair that
Like
act of
this one, there's a
vandalism
lot of characters that will
perpetrated
call
against
Kratos
her
out on his
axe
shit
by my
and be genuinely funny.
brother.
I knew it. You are Brock's brother. The other half of the brand's here.
The blue one is your brother.
Yes. Though my talents are vastly superior. No boast. I swear to Freya.
Yeah, he's not too fond about handing his shit over to people.
Do not undo his work. Improve upon it only.
Yeah, but can you put it down over there? That handle is
No.
filthy.
He really is like this total germaphobe,
Okay,
and he like
then.
dry heaves whenever
I'll
something
just-
is unclean.
I will just.
You're wearing gloves. Really fine.
I love this guy.
Oh. Oh. Oh, is that dried blood? Oh.
So what were you working on?
Oh.
I hope this cutscene goes
I
on
call it the
forever.
Space
Yeah.
Mover. Just up that mountain.
Also, when
waits a
every time they
treasure
upgrade
trove
the
of
axe,
rare
it's always so
resources.
great. They just
Once I
tap
mine
it with a little hammer.
Way to bring it all down.
Like,
And you know how to fix it?
Not even a little.
there it is, fixed.
Way more powerful now.
And like they intentionally do it, like to the point where like he gets it. Like at one point,
what
just like
brings you around,
ding,
friends?
better. It's very good.
So you can buy these things called resurrection stones with your hack silver, and so this is stuff that you can just hit square when you die. You can carry one at a time. This is just a basic one that'll give me a little bit of health. You'll get stuff later on that will you'll resurrect with a full thing of rage, or you'll get more health. So that little icon to the right of my level, that lets me know that I have a stone. So this is where I can buy, I can upgrade, I can craft. Let's see, you can compare, the whole green and red arrow thing. It's got the whole deal.
Cash in your Ingrams.
Yeah, this is something that has never been in God of War before, and it is one of the weakest parts, I would say. Like a lot of the resources and stuff, it's not really clear.
You can change his color of his little tunic.
Yeah. This is not a perfect system. I'm glad it's here, but I think it's one of the more
it's dense in a way that's
really?
it's not intuitive.
But it feels kind of half baked,
Is it? Can you kind of half-ass your way through it? Or do you have to
I mean,
learn the system?
I haven't upgraded stuff that much, partly because if you go back to the crafting part, it'll tell you what.
Let's find this is all low-level
stuff.
stuff.
Okay, so eventually you get items that are hey, you need 3 fingernails of a toad, right? And I'm like, okay, do I want to waste my toad fingernails on this thing? I don't know how many I'm going to get in the world. And so I'm very hesitant to invest in armor because you're going to get more rares and uniques and all this stuff.
It's still weird because, even in deep in the post game where I'm at now, it's it'll say I need this thing to upgrade a thing, and it's I think I killed all of those things in the world, and I don't know if they respawn. It's just not very clear about a lot of that stuff. If you go to the resources tab, it will tell you stuff like, okay, Leapter alloys, you find them, found in treasure map caches. Or this one, you can find them among the islands and stuff. But some of them are pretty unclear.
But it doesn't say 10 out of 20.
Vinny talked about the upgrade that if you parry these things, right there, if I had the upgrade, it would have sent it back at him.
That's cool.
It's very useful.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh.
And things will attack you from every possible angle, so you really got to keep an eye on the UI.
You get those arrows behind you when something is behind you, and then it turns red when it's going to attack you from behind. And there is, I haven't used it too much, I should probably use it more. If you push, by default, if you push down on the D-pad, you do a quick 180.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that's convenient. It's like Katamari when you double-click the things.
Exactly.
And you can remap it if you want. But yeah, you do get surrounded.
Punch that
easily.
chest.
Oh, I gotta kill the guy first. No time for chess.
So you're controlling the boy every time he hits an arrow.
He will do some stuff on his own, but you can definitely that number down there.
Oh, good
I think
block, by the way.
Thank you. Here he is. All right, so I can hit square here. I'm not aiming that. If he's just kind of center on screen, so that'll be where he aims. Or I can hold in L2 and hit square to have him shoot exactly somewhere.
Was that? I assume that's probably good for puzzles and whatnot.
Yes. In fact, I'll do a puzzle here after I punch this chest. Really satisfying. So I have not been here before on this save, so I can do this puzzle here. There are a lot in these chests. Let's see if we can find it. Vinny, you've been here. Do you remember where the actual chest is? I see the
runic.
thing.
It's straight to the right.
Okay.
I think it's up that hill.
Okay, so you see this thing here? Mm-hmm. We're going to be coming back to that.
Okay, I'll remember it.
All right.
I think it's to your right.
Yes, you're right. So this is a lot of puzzles are like this. You have to find 3 urns or whatever.
Norn chest? Is that what those are called?
I forget what they're called. But this one, I have to basically
Looks
get
like
those
a-
3 symbols.
Like a tomb.
They are, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think they're, a lot of them have people buried or inside of them.
All right, so backwards B and a Mario flag.
Mm-hmm.
I got to remember that. Okay, so there's that one over here.
So you get different variations on having to find these runes generally around the chest.
Almost always.
This is one where you have to change the symbol to it. Another one's you just have to crush little pots that have the symbol on it.
Yeah, 3 urns will be sitting around.
Sometimes they're it's a little bell. I think it's the other way.
Are these fun? They don't seem particularly challenging.
Some of them are clever.
Some of them are harder
Okay.
a lot harder than others.
Yeah. This is not a brilliant puzzle or something, but there are just way more puzzles in this than there ever have been.
I believe it's down and
I got the one that was down a little bit.
I believe it's also down and around, and you have to do a little trickery to get it.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of them will have
straight ahead.
This way.
Yeah, and then look up
grab this
around
first.
here. Yeah.
Oh
see
yeah.
it?
Oh, okay. So now I have to do this
Freeze and then have your little boy.
and take a look at
So
it.
the kid can't.
Oh, I see.
The kid can't hit that stuff with his bow, which is kind of annoying sometimes. But it would break all the puzzles.
So that should be what I need.
Nope.
Nope. Backwards B. That's right.
Close.
That should just be one more hit.
Are there only 3 sides to the things?
Yeah. So that sounded like a chest opening. And you can do a side evade if you just tap, or if you double tap, you'll do a roll.
Can you jump?
Only when it's like a specific point.
Oh, so this one doesn't have a body in it. I guess the smaller ones do.
Okay,
Got a bunch of junk.
Oh, so I got 3 horns, so now my rage meter is going up.
Yeah, they're full of like gold and everything, and he just takes like one thing out.
There's plenty of stuff here too, where you'll see stuff in the environment that you can
Take the body down.
and get some hex silver. Where's the body?
It was up when you're the thing.
Oh, okay.
Release it from its torment.
Is that a real
Well,
thing?
No.
Oh. This,
Now it's just a bunch of bones.
This part feels very like Tomb Raider to me.
I could see a little bit of that in there, yeah. There's definitely some Last of Us. There's some Zelda. This game is a lot of different things. Almost least of which is old God of War.
Yeah, you love when he jumps on his
I can't
back.
get over it. I just am surprised every time. It's like when What's-Her-Face jumps in Nier. I love it.
Oh, it's just a witch?
Yeah.
So these witches usually want to stun with an arrow so you can get in there. Otherwise, she will warp around and be super annoying.
And also, these are the parts, again, like, this is how they get you to fight without your axe. Like, if you have to fight in the poison, you usually have to make the poison go away.
And it's not all the time.
No,
it's
no,
not like
no.
constantly
It's
doing
like, specifically, this. I think you're in the poisonish part. But I like fighting without the axe. I think you get a lot of really cool moves.
You got a lot of options.
Ooh,
Hit him with that.
she looks cool.
The witch?
Yeah.
The character design is awesome in this game.
I think Backler said this is one of his favorite characters.
Well, I punch it in the face until it's dead.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ah! Whoa.
Yeah.
Lady, use your magic, you
Really?
ding dong.
We could kill some shit in this game.
Is there like a gameplay story lore thing behind these weird poison boxes?
He talked about it before a little bit of like, I don't know.
There's probably some dialogue that
Yeah.
The mountain that maybe I can carry her.
I told you.
whatever it is, it's not important.
Wow.
It was a gameplay mechanic.
I just meant.
Sony Santa Monica implemented this. Oh, these dogs.
Oh, this is a cool thing.
Oh, let's see if we can lure them over to the vase.
Ooh,
Stop
is that
talking.
explosive?
It sure is.
Neat.
Just kick the dog in the face. You're an asshole.
Oh gosh.
That's
All right.
who's left.
I think you got to open the door, Dan.
Is that it? Okay, just want to make sure I got them all. I'll say that the map system is not great, especially as you're going back and trying to kind of mop up and figure out where you've been, what you've gotten. It will tell you. Oh, hello. It will, when you're in an area, I do appreciate that it tells you, like, okay, you've got 95% of this. There's one thing you haven't found. This is how many ravens you have in this area.
Okay, sure.
Right in the region.
Yes, yes. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go.
Whoa. Is he speaking English?
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
I can.
Hell yeah, kid. Oh, jeez.
Kid's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What did the mom do? Like, what was she a fighter too? What was her?
She starts dead.
Oh, they don't give any kind of backstory. Or...
You discover it throughout the game.
Okay.
You'll learn more.
That's it. You killed it. Good job,
Fuck
Dan.
that thing.
Father?
Yeah, and the whole game is just one shot. You know, there's no cuts.
Which is like, if nobody had said it to me, I probably wouldn't have noticed. But
Right.
like, it is cool. I think once you realize it.
Yeah. All right, this will be a bigger fight.
Also, no loading screens ever.
Ready yourself.
Okay.
But they do interesting things to get around that.
That's neat.
This seems like a good time to pop that.
Your rage meter.
Yes. Fuck them up. All right. After you.
Punch them in the nards.
Yep.
I do like the lengths games will go to hide a character's gonads.
Yeah.
Here's all this conveniently placed hair.
Like his belly hair got really long.
Yeah.
So this part's great. So when I stun this guy, it's not an auto kill. I just mount him and I can like drive him
Whoa.
around and fuck up other enemies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can really cause some trouble.
And
with
also
this.
punch him in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fucking him up at the same time. And fuck you. All right, so it's just him now.
Whoa, that keeps me fine.
Oh, let's do it again. Fuck you.
So one of the things is a bummer to me about this game, it's very, very cinematic, but there are also limited numbers of these kill animations. And so, like for these ogres, you fight a decent amount of them, but it's...
Ugh. Oh my god.
It's very brutal and gross, but you see
Holy
that same
cow.
animation each time. I wish there was a little bit of variety.
Yeah.
Who built this place?
So I got an enchantment there. Ooh, that's a pretty good one for this level. What is this? Oh, that's the frozen flame. Oh, so that's extremely rare. I can actually upgrade my axe now. That's a huge thing. Shit. If this were a save that I would continue on, I'd be running back to.
You should
to
go
upgrade right
see
now.
if you get. Is there a warp thing here? You should go to Brock and just show him off.
Go to Brock's shop.
Yeah, and then like upgrade it there.
Okay. Just run through the fire.
Does this have a body in it?
Yeah.
Steal his shit.
Wow.
What's
No
that?
respect.
Come on, chest armor. Let me see if that's good.
Ooh, I like that you can see the difference. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you can compare pretty easily. So I got an enchantment. Let's see.
Show it off for me.
What enchantments? Okay, strength, runic. 4 defense isn't great. Let's see. And this is great too. So let's say I specifically want to have my strength go higher or my cooldown. You see the bottom left, I can sort by the specific thing that I want. So like, oh, I want this to have a high defense, so I can go like sort it by that. It's super helpful. We'll just go by rarity here. That seems good. Bring defense down a bit. All right. Hey.
Good job. Finally got that trophy.
Good work.
Trophy is that?
It's enchanted.
Ah.
Can you not read? Are you
There's-
like Kratos?
I have almost all the trophies now, except for there's one that's like get a runic attack gem, and I've certainly gotten those.
You know
I
what?
don't
I
This is
think-
why Mom wanted us
I
to
think
bring her here.
they.
Indeed.
I suspect they just turned trophies on for some stuff.
Well, the
And so-
trophies are popping, but it won't I can't see the list. I can only see what's
Yeah.
saved locally now.
Well, I think there are some things I'm like, I definitely got this before, but maybe because
Oh,
I couldn't get
okay.
a server or something.
Yeah, I'm missing like 3 of them. I hope they all stay once the game's live.
I doubt it.
Yeah, lots of stuff like this where you'll see it and be like, well, that looks like a
I do
thing,
not
but I don't
care.
think well, right now I don't really have anything.
Okay, so there's like puzzles you have to go back to.
It's very much, kind of that like Metroid Zelda type thing where it's like, oh, once I get the hook shot, I can come back here.
Right. Oh wow, you just bowled past yourself.
Is that smoke?
Yeah, like a lot of really cool visuals too. Like I love that face in the mountain.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Does it get more colorful, or is it a lot
Yeah,
of this?
there are a lot of
that's
areas
good.
that are super colorful.
That's good.
In fact, Vinny, I know you were already past one part that there's a lot of color. Like it's
Stay
it's
back,
not
boy.
all just like
That's good.
icy lake stuff.
Is that
It's good. It's good stuff.
We must find another way up.
the witch? Wish she was here. Bet she could get us.
That
past
line read
this.
was very Edward Furlong.
My
The
magic
witch!
is useless against the Black Breath, and there's no way around
This is a
it.
character you met a little
Odin
earlier.
saw to that long
She's a
ago.
witch.
Yes.
What are you
She's a
doing
witch.
here?
But she
Making
doesn't
sure
look
you
like the
can
other
finish
ones.
your journey.
No.
No, those
Why
revenants
would-
are
Aren't
bad.
they cold?
witches.
I
Get a
was
coat.
busy.
She's
saving
a
my
witch. She's
friend.
powerful.
She's got
You were
tattoos that
paying.
keep her warm.
Kratos doesn't have a damn shirt on.
Yeah, I know. He's at least like
The
bulky.
Black
Like I feel
Breath
like
Oh,
he
yeah.
can
is a
retain heat.
corruption of magic. Even I can't dispel. Only the pure light of Alfheim is
I keep
strong
thinking
enough
she's.
to
Anyone see
break
True
through.
Detective season 2?
Nope.
But that
Okay,
road is
never
Saw
mind.
some of it.
She looks like Colin
does
Farrell's
this
wife. I don't know if
mean
it's
to
her
you?
that played it.
It's everything.
She's a good character. She's new, and I like her a lot throughout this game.
Why help us?
Kratos doesn't trust people a lot.
No, he's kind of got
Maybe I
fucked
see
over
more of
throughout his life.
myself in you than
Also,
I'm
it's just
willing
kind of
to
funny
admit.
seeing if you've
Maybe.
played through the other God of War games, seeing how many times he's been screwed over
Maybe
and how
by
many people
helping you, I'll
are
make up
horrible
for
to
my
him.
time with
Then seeing his son sometimes be like, "We should just help this guy," and then being
Or
like,
maybe I just like
"Nope,
you.
No time.
no time,
Even though we
Gotta
share a
row.
friend.
keep rowing."
Even
Maybe
though
we'll
you
get some
shot
good
my
stuff.
friend. Yes.
Where must we go?
To a realm beyond your own.
A lot of that. Just, I wonder, should we cut it
Going
off
to
here?
another
Because this is
realm?
going to get to
Can you show
some,
Brock? Just go to
Only
Brock.
for a
Yeah, we'll go to
little
Brock.
while.
I need to get to a.
Only for
I can
Warp-
go down there
warp
and
gate.
level up my axe.
Throw it off the mountain. Later, axe.
Sayonara.
Just leave it.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, somebody will find it and make and then God of War 2.
It
Yep.
was too dirty.
Yeah, I think she just magics
So-
away this.
If you run away from
We'll
your
use
axe, will it
this.
eventually be like, okay, sorry, it's coming back to you?
Great
There will be like points or like little cutscene things where it's like, listen, you need your axe for this fucking thing.
Right. At the foot of these hills.
He was fixing it when we got here.
We'll see how long we can go without the axe.
Not even wearing
Perhaps he
shoes.
finished. Dwarves are awfully resourceful.
And irritating, based on the two we have met.
Hey, punch!
That
Oh, I
too.
can't punch. Oh, there we go. Lots of stuff to blow up here.
Just give that a turn.
Whatever.
I can't say enough about the art throughout the entire game. Like all the areas and enemies, like there are just so many things. Like I think Backlar said on the Beastcast, there are points in this game where you're just like, how the fuck are they
Tyr's
pulling this
temple
off?
is at
Like
the
just
center of the
incredible
lake.
stuff. But it's like,
It is
you know
from there we
how
travel to
technically
Alfheim.
brilliant like Uncharted games
Thankfully,
are.
it's no
Like
longer
Naughty Dog's
underwater.
always like push the
Or
hard
Horizon.
crazy ways.
Yeah.
And Horizon, yeah.
No
But
one
like
knows.
Uncharted specifically,
We
you know, it's
just
set on
appeared
Earth
one
and
day.
like, you know,
Soon
it's set in
after,
locations
Thor
on
attacked,
Earth.
and
This
their
is more
battle could be felt
fantastical, and there are just some
across all the
crazy
realms.
fucking things that happen. So I think
Ultimately,
overall,
ended
the
in a
visual package
stalemate,
here is maybe
and Thor
the most
returned
impressive
to
I've ever
Odin
seen.
empty-handed.
It's beautiful. There
The serpent's
are
stay
parts.
grew so
I mean, God of War has
large, he
always
now
done
spans
fantastic set
all of
pieces, but
Midgard.
there are definitely parts in this
See?
where
Told you.
I've just stopped
They've
and just
hated each
looked
other
at
Yeah.
certain things. Very
Destined to
huge
kill
set
each other
pieces.
from
Very,
Yes.
There's a part that involved a
Believe in
chisel
Ragnarok?
that was like, wow, this is very
wish I
big.
did.
Yeah. There's
Uh,
stuff near the end of the game that it just goes fucking bonkers and just crazy amounts of shit
yeah.
on screen.
We actually talked to the world serpent.
You did.
An exaggeration.
I'm good with languages. Even ones I've never heard of.
I'm no fun.
I can't understand
Wait, go to
Oh,
Brock
you
to
gone?
power it up.
Sadly,
Yeah.
Okay,
no one
alright.
can. He speaks a dead tongue.
Oh,
Still don't have my
must
axe.
be lonely.
Yeah, I think you get it back here. Usually
see.
when I go to doors, I get it back.
Yeah, let's see. What a gentleman.
Watch your step. Just along here.
You sure?
No, leave that
Came
open.
through here before
Wow,
and
still
there's
no
way
axe.
back.
No.
See?
Use
Way
that.
back
How's
there.
it getting through that door?
Let me show you something.
I do love the idea of someone like finding an axe in the snow and
Are
being
you
like,
watching?
"Oh, rad!" and then suddenly it just like goes flying off.
Rips his arm off.
They like bring it home and put it on a shelf and just like goes
Exactly.
through the wall.
Elven
Like if that
architecture.
axe comes
My
back to you with
bowstring
like
was
a hand
soaked in the light
attached
of
to it.
Odin. It can now reawaken the magic of the elves.
Wait.
Are bridges a big thing in like Nordic mythology?
Not as long as the
Like,
light shines through.
weird spirit bridges.
In Thor, they have to go get across that
I
rainbow
want one.
bridge to get to the
Those
the
roots.
guy. Yeah, I don't really.
So
know.
there must be a thing about bridges in Nordic
It's
a
mythology.
lot of bridges.
From
You know what?
Vietnam?
This game
No.
also has a lot. I mean,
stories.
God of War
Other
1,
didn't
2, and
say much
3.
about the
Apparently, more than I even
Just
thought
that
had a
there
lot
was
of
that war in the
patricide.
base.
And this game
Oh, really?
also has a
Compared to
lot
Odin
of
and
like,
Thor. They're
it
the
was
good
his
guys.
son,
I mean,
so his son
you
killed
know,
his boy.
true to like Greek mythology,
Yeah.
right?
I will open this real quick since we're here. So these are the things that will like teach him more like lore stuff and
cool.
he'll
And
understand
me
language.
usually teaches
So
me.
Oh,
much
yeah.
bigger than I imagined. Oh look, he bit Thor, or will bite him. Looks like.
So then you can like read more about like, oh, hey, this is the tale of the world serpent strangling Thor. No axe still. This is the long
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
I know absolutely nothing about Nordic mythology, but I really did like the whole story and world of this. Like I thought it was really interesting, even not knowing any of that.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you'll be able to see Brock here.
Built
No?
with help
God, look at the
of
world serpent.
giant. Great Tyr used it to travel the 9 realms. and keep peace between them.
His
It's awake.
voice, his
Seems very
voice is
peaceful.
ridiculous
Everywhere
when
we
he
go,
speaks.
we're
though.
back.
I've never heard sounds like that come out of my speakers. Like it is the most
What?
booming, like
Oh,
fucking
so
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, it like really takes advantage of a good sound
Oh,
system.
wow. Do you have a good sound system?
I got some good
Now all
speakers,
have
yeah.
hid
Nice.
or fled,
I'm excited.
save for
It's-
the Reavers,
Yeah, this game's awesome.
savage enough to survive.
It's a good game for a pro and a nice 4K TV.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm excited.
Like all this shit just looks amazing. I love this.
I'm glad to hear there are
Make a
colorful
right at the
parts
bottom.
though.
Oh, there
I feel like
totally is.
I'm a little
he's
fatigued
about
by
to
the
go
like.
into one. If we
Okay.
make it past this, I don't know if we
Let's
should
see.
go too far.
Oh, is it gonna make it? It's gonna make us do this thing down here.
Oh.
Yeah, like it is not all drab, dreary stuff. Like there
Yeah.
are definitely
Hey,
very
another
colorful
one of those
areas.
light crystals.
Hey,
Wait there while I reawaken the light.
this is actually a long part. Maybe we want to call
I
it.
did it.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah, because
what
she
are
has
we
to do all
doing
this stuff to like
exactly?
activate. Oh, we got to rotate the whole thing,
Yeah,
right?
I did
Start
want to see
by
Brock
lifting
though.
that axe
Brock
up.
is great. Oh, we can save it. People will see plenty of
Now
Brocks
push
to
it
play.
back into
Okay.
place.
Also, I want to see you get your axe back.
Oh
No.
yeah. Well, I don't think I'm leaving this general area anytime soon, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it's coming back.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so this is God of War. You know, my review's on the site. I've raved about it on everything that I've talked about in the last 2 weeks. It's a very special,
bridge is turning.
incredible achievement.
I wish the
It's
whole
the best
entire
God of
bridge
War,
turned.
and I have loved the series since day one. I
really
can't say enough about this game. It's incredible. Look at he's very strong.
I love that the kid like doesn't really understand. He's just like, Mom, we did that. My dad
Wow,
is
Dad.
fucking strong.
Yeah.
He's always been really strong.
Yeah,
You're adding some weight. Can you jump off into the water for a little bit? So yeah, that's God of War. Play it. It's fucking
Wait,
incredible.
before we're done, you gotta call your axe back.
Okay. Well, can I stop? Oh, looks like he's on a mission here.
Yeah, it doesn't take
Then
too
your
long.
magic
No.
raise the dead?
It could once, but this is no spell. This plague of dead is
Is your son like a demigod?
I don't want to say
Okay,
what
okay,
the
okay.
nature of the sun is.
Okay, I get it. It's a story thing.
It is certainly
I'll
covered.
discover it on my own.
I will say I have no idea. And I'm
Okay.
still hours and hours into it.
That's perfect. Come back
All right.
up.
It's
We're
tough,
ready
though.
now.
Here comes the axe, right?
All right, yes.
All right, big payoff.
I hope it hits that bird on the way in.
Yeah!
Wow, that was so fast.
Pretty
It's a
fast.
fast axe. All right, that's God of War, folks.
All right,
Play it.
thanks,
It's incredible.
Dan.